Oh ya, Kak Vicky, itu syuting iklan apa ya? Kalau boleh nanya.
Aku kebetulan, mungkin teman-teman kalau di sini di dekan tulisnya aku adalah key account manager gitu ya. So
Ya.
just last week I started a new role in my company. So
Wow.
I'm moving back to a marketing team. Jadi dulu di Bukit Vista marketing. So basically my whole journey is marketing. Tapi because I started my journey in Kenvue as a management trainee, so we move a role quite a bit. Tapi I spent a lot of my time in Kenvue as in the national key account team. Jadi dari eksekutif dan assistant manager, now I became manager. And last week I moved to brand manager, and now I'm handling Mylanta and Combine Trim, if you guys know.
Obat lambung itu ya, Milanta.
Betul, obat mah dan obat cacing gitu. So aku syuting iklan untuk TV semalam untuk Milanta gitu. We also have something new for Combantrin for next year, but still on progress. I'm still
Nice.
working on Milanta first. My current bandwidth is full for Milanta.
Oke, that is amazing, Vicky. Thank you ya. Aku izin cut off bentar karena I would like to officially open the session gitu ya. Everyone has starting to arrive, and then let's start our inspirational speaker today. So welcome everyone to today's All Hands. Here I am replacing Jason, our business journalist team, as a host because he was apparently out for sick leave, and together with Lutfi as the moderator for today All Hands ya. And then we already, as you can see in Lutfi's screen, we already have someone's our inspirational speaker joining us today. Her name is Victoria, and here are some interesting experiences about her. Yeah, but before that, Victoria, could you please introduce yourself to the team briefly before we are
Hi
moving on?
everyone. Nice to see you guys. I see some familiar faces
Hi,
and
Vicky.
names here. Hi, Mr. Jing. Nice to meet you again.
Nice to meet you again as well. It's good to see our interns have positively transformed and come back.
Thank you so much, everyone. So nice to meet you guys. Really excited to talk with you guys here today.
Okay, thank you, Vicky. It's nice to have you back. Yeah, Lutfi, could we move to her experiences page? Yeah. So, as you guys have already noticed, Vicky was part of Bukit Vista here. She was interning in 2021, but I would like to hear more about the experiences. Vicky, could you please walk us through one by one through your experiences here, as mentioned in the
Yeah.
page? Clarify anything because we take this from your links, yeah.
Yep. Sure. The first internship I had is in Bukit Vista back in 2021, and before that, a bit of background of myself gitu. I'm majoring in economics in Universitas Gadjah Mada, but I also have an exchange program in 2022, I think, to Universitat Pompeu Fabra in Barcelona. And after that, I also after going on very good transformational journey in Bukit Vista as a digital marketing internship, I moved into a new industry, which is the beauty industry in Area Nabel. So if you guys know Erha, the clinics, the brands, you guys know Erha Acne Act, maybe a lot of girls here. I am working there as a brand activity intern. So I launch new products, launch new brands, and also doing a lot of activations in malls, a lot of activation in stores. And after that, I'm moving into LuxAsia. So you guys might be wondering what is LuxAsia, but I believe you guys know this brand, which is Dyson. So actually, I'm working for Dyson here in Bukit Vista, and sorry, in LuxAsia. So Dyson, the Arab, the vacuum cleaner, if you guys know. So that's quite various industry, right? So I'm coming from economics. Then Bukit Vista is a property management company, Arenable beauty company, LuxAsia. I'm moving into like I don't know how to categorize Dyson. It's like tech, but also at the same time we usually call it as luxury industry because like yeah, the price is quite high. And
Mhm.
after that, I started my whole fresh professional journey at Kenvue. If you guys don't know Kenvue, it was a spin-off of Johnson and Johnson. So the whole consumer products division of Johnson and Johnson is separating into a new company called Kenvue. And I'm starting off as a management trainee. So I started off in the field team. So I'm working as a salesman, as a merchandiser in the stores. If you guys have been in stores and then like meet some people from the supplier checking the products, that's what I'm starting off at Canview. So we really start off like from the bottom to really understand what really happens in the field. And then I move on as a key account executive, assistant key account manager, and now I'm key account manager. But maybe as you guys have heard before in earlier in this meeting, I move into a new role in the brand manager team, in the marketing team as a brand manager, and now I'm handling Malanta and also Combandrain.
Okay, Vicky, quick questions. You have been moving through various departments as a management trainee of Kenvue. Which one do you
Yep.
think is fulfilling the most?
So far, I cannot really say which one is fulfilling the most because I just start my new role like just 1 week officially.
Wow.
But in terms of my career aspiration, of course, it's the marketing team. But in terms of the experience so far, there's a lot of things that I learned in the new key account manager role.
Mm, okay, that is interesting. So that is everyone, the amazing journey of Vicky, our former BV marketing intern. Okay, Vicky, thank you for sharing your experiences. We are going to move to the first question. Yeah, we cannot wait to see and hear your
Mhm.
insight. So the first question is that we have noticed that you have delivered several major deals for your key clients, and especially around new product development or NPD. Could you share more about those experiences and what made those launches successful?
All right. So maybe a bit of context here regarding the FMCG and also retailer things. So in the FMCG world, basically our key clients are accounts as we just you guys know as like the retailer, the mini markets, supermarkets, or
Mhm.
even like warungs. We usually call it GT, and then like all the stores that you can find is basically our clients. So in my role, I am handling the national key account, which by definition is the retailer that has more than uh, that has stores in more than 2 or 3 cities. So if they are expanding nationally, then it categorized as the national key account clients. And I am handling one of the most interesting clients that I have handled is Watsons. So Watsons is a health and beauty channel. We usually called it. You guys might like. I think Bali they have quite a few stores. Icon Sanur, Living Warden Pasar, Level 21. Like I know like I think yeah I think that's it. And in Canview itself, we have quite various brands. So coming from OTC products or drugs, personal care, as you guys know, the iconic Johnson's Baby, Listerine, but also we have a beauty line, which is Neutrogena and also Aveeno. It's quite a new brand here in Indonesia, but it's a very old brand out there in US especially. And when we are talking about Watsons, of course, it's a very beauty stores. So when we have a new product launch, we wanted it to be available in Watsons, and
Mm,
in order to do that, we had to do a process called listing. So listing is basically you have to convince them that they have space in their store because the space is very limited, and then you pay a listing fee, a listing support. It can varies from you can negotiate it for free, or it can vary from like 60 million, or even if you're going to mini market, it's more than 100,000, 100 rupiah, 100 million rupiah there, I think. Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's quite a big of money. So it's usually one of our key business drivers as well, because it of course will push a lot of growth. And at that time, I am having this Neutrogena new product development launch, which is the retinol skincare regime. It's basically a new product launch, and well, the typical path is pretty standard, like paying a listing fee, doing some basic listing support, and yeah, you can do it, and your product is on the shelf. But actually, me and my team saw an opportunity to do something bigger, to make this launch even bigger. So my approach was to step into watch and shoes and think from their point of view, what's truly in this for them. And they don't, basically just don't want another product, but they want to grow their overall category, which is that's the basic logic and also KPI for them as a retailer. So they want to hop in into the what's trending in Indonesia. And if we are talking about skincare, 2024, it's all about active ingredients. So retinol, vitamin C, niacinamide, what else I cannot think now. Panthenol, and yeah, lots of like ingredients, because like our market is quite mature compared to the other market countries. So instead of doing a standard transaction, we pitch an exclusive launch deal. So exclusive launch deal is like our product will only be available at your stores for 3 to 6 months. At that time, I'm offering a 3 months exclusive deals, and the core story we sold to them was like partner with us, and we won't just list a product, we will turbo change this product. We will help you to grow your category and your Watsons as a total company. It's because it's like an entire skincare category, so it will definitely increase their average basket size as well. So it's not only about our product, but also it's about mutual growth, and it's totally paid out. We actually like save around 2 billions during these deals, so we got a lot of displays, free displays even. So in stores, you can, when you come into the stores, at the very beginning of the stores, right from the door until the cashier, you will see all our exposure, brandings, displays. So a lot of them are branded by us, and we also get a lot of digital exposure on their platforms, which is quite big, like around 2 million followers. So it's quite big.
Okay, that is very interesting because seeing this POV, I'm usually only the customer of retinol and other active ingredients, and seeing the POV of how it is done backstage is just wow, you know, something new to learn every day. Yeah. Okay, that is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we could continue to the next questions. We're going to circle around if there's any questions later, yeah, after this, after all of the questions being answered. So, Vicky, when bringing a new product to market, what are the key considerations do you believe are most important, particularly when it comes to listings, as you have mentioned about listings before, and tailoring plans for specific accounts?
Okay. So I will say there's three rights if we are talking about doing listing or any product launches like that. First one is right fit. So if we are talking about every retailer, they have different characteristic. We usually categorize them into the channels. So if we are talking about Watsons, it will be similar with Guardian and also Sociala. As one channel, we call it as health and beauty, but it will have a different characteristic with mini market, which like Mart, Alphamart, Alpha Midi, and things like that. So, first and foremost, most important consideration is to ensure that the product is new, but it will fit to their shopper characteristic as well. Because for the most important thing for the retailer is for them to growing the category. So we need to think about the category growth. So of course, what we want is basically we want to steal the competitors' shoppers, right? But if you think in the from the retailer perspective, if we just steal their another competitor shopper, it will not grow their buyer uh, it will not grow their buyer base. It will only have the same sales and will not increase any transaction value, any basket size, or even the category growth itself. So it will just cannibalize the entire sales. So what we want to convince them is to make sure this product will help them to grow the category in terms of the shopper average basket size or even the shopper base itself. And another thing is about portfolio gaps if we are talking about the right fits. Whether if we'll do listing this product, it will fill a genuine gap that they have versus against their key retailers competitors. And the second right is the right story. You will never use a one size fits all approach here. You have to be very specific with your accounts because sometimes they have different KPIs and also prioritizations. So for some retailers, they prioritize digitalizations or e-commerce, but in the other retailers sometimes focusing on the store expansions. Another one might be talking about their margins. So first thing first, you have to understand their annual strategy. That is also why we usually have a joint business planning in the end of the year as a fresh start for the next year. So, like for example, in 2025, I have done my business planning for 2026 in November. So we have quite a few time for us to prepare. So during January, we can already fast kickstart all the plans that we have. And also we need to think beyond just do listing. So instead of just paying the listing fee, to negotiate, we usually offer a trade-offs or counterparts. So this means we are having a high support for high impact visibility. For example, uh, digital banners, exclusive launches that I have mentioned before, and usually it yields a higher return than just like having some cases. And the last right is the right partnership. This is quite tricky because we usually have a list of retailers that becomes the top priority retailers. It might be different for every company. And this is where we usually not to only invest for them financially, but also emotionally. Because like Aze, the main job this I do as a com is actually to maintain this kind of relationship. So having like a genuine, more personal relationship with your account, usually it goes beyond just like a transactional relationship, more into a strategic and collaborative partnership. But you have also think that and remember that the people that you are dealing in the uh, retail part is also human, so they need also the human interaction. So basically it's an art of human interactions, like I would say. So when we maintain a good relationship with them, not only to support the trading team but also the other teams, like it has to be like collaborative partnership across all their departments, their marketing, their supply chain. We usually have the other functions willing to support our plans as well.
Okay, so everything must working together, yeah. In order to make a good partnership, we cannot always relying on the branding team and such, but we need to have a very strategic business development plan and also other strategies that you have mentioned as well, yeah. Okay, so let's moving to our last questions because I'm chasing the time so that we could have one or two questions and answer section at the end, yeah. So Vicky, during your time in managing Watsons and Hypermart, as you have mentioned, Watson is one of your most interesting retailer. How did you and your company adapt your strategy to emerging threats, such as e-commerce offering lower prices or
Hmm.
customers shifting from supermarket to the convenience of mini markets?
Okay. I think that comes down to the basic or the hearts of the modern retail strategy, which two of them are the health and beauty specialists, and also it's a hypermarket slash supermarket grocery, and it means that adapting those two accounts into emerging these emerging threats, you have to think fundamentally first. And I think this is the beauty of the offline retail channels, because you cannot replicate the same hands-on experience that you can get versus online, especially, or even like if you are talking about the health and beauty and also hypermarket, you cannot replicate the same experience that you can get in mini market because of the limited space. So this is what we offer is usually the experience that shopper can get in the stores. We call it as experiential shopper behavior, where the shopper usually coming into the store specifically looking for an experience that they cannot get in the online. As simple as providing a product tester at stores. I believe you guys, whenever you come to Sociola, Watson's Guardian, you usually do some tester in the makeup, or try some tester for the makeup, the skincare, and that's basically one of the biggest differentiation that we can offer in the offline channel versus the online in the offline. And another thing is like providing a beauty advisor. Beauty advisor is basically a sales promotion girl. If you guys usually meet them in the stores, it's actually supported by the retailer, not from the sorry, it's usually supported by the supplier, not from the retailer side. So it's one of the form of support that we give as a supplier to the retailer, so we can both growing and also adapt to this kind of threats. A lot started to prioritize this business, online business as well. And if you guys might don't know, but their online business is quite big in Indonesia. Alphabet doing such a great job. Before Astro coming in, they are, I think, the first one and the most right retailer when we are talking about quick commerce. Watsons, they have such a big platform in their marketplace. They have a very big online and steady online environment, so they do invest a lot of things to beat their online environment or online business as well. And that's where the supplier like me comes in. Like what I said before, you cannot do one size fits all here. You always have to think about their strategy. It's for each year. And when the retailer are doing a lot of investment for their online business, usually we will do a lot of investment to support their online business as well. So this meant to ensure our promotions and launches and every activation is perfectly synchronized between their physical stores, mobile app, and their marketplaces. So this is what we call online plus offline. So it's O plus O.
Okay, so seeing your perspective, I must agree with you because as a customer myself, I enjoy, applying tester and talking with the beauty advice when shopping in social. Yeah. So everyone, we still have 2 minutes. So I'm opening Q&A session for one question. Is there anyone who would like to ask Vicky here, our inspirational speaker, questions? Okay, Kak Furqan. But before that, I would like to advise everyone to open your camera because at the end of the session, Mr. Jing will have a surprise for all of us. Kak Furqan, you may proceed with your question, yeah.
Hi, Vicky. I'm Furqan, and I have a question. What lessons could be your soft skill, hard skill, or even value or principle that you learned from Bukit Vista that is you uphold up until now that is beneficial to support your career?
Okay. So I think one thing that I've remembered the most from Bukit Vista is how we are very data driven, right? So if we are talking about pricing, it was very data driven. And basically I think if we are talking about pricing, it's the same thing lah in every company, because we need to sell something, right? We need to be profitable. And here it is also related to this question, the last questions about like offering lower prices. Pricing is something very sensitive. I think if you lower it down, the customer, especially in the mass products, is very sensitive to price. So when you lower it down, they will only waiting for your promotions. Basically, that's it. So I think data driven is something that I really love from Bukit Vista because it shapes my mindset. It shapes how I think. So whenever I move into a new company, into a new role, I think that's a one value that I have. Like it's like a handprint in my heart, handprint in my brain. It's the very first thing that I need to check. So I need to check the historical sales. I need to check about the qualitative data. I need to check from the basically the previous research that we have usually. We sometimes need to hold an FGD to validate our findings and etc.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much, Vicky, for the answer. Back to Rama.
Okay, I do realize that Mas Gani has been asking Vicky a question on the comment section, but unfortunately the times has up. So I'm really sorry, Mas Gani. I could follow up your question to Vicky on the WhatsApp later, yeah. Vicky, thank you for coming and thank you for joining us. It's nice to see that you have been growing so much from your life experience in Bukit Vista and now as key account manager. And congratulations for your most recent promotion in your interview, yeah. You are free to stay or you could leave if you have important meeting after
Vicky, stay. I got a surprise for everybody. Yeah, so please stay.
Yeah, sure.
Vicky, it's a true pleasure to have you back and see the transformative growth that you've experienced since your time at Bukit Vista. And ladies and gentlemen, I brought together a friend of ours, actually. His name is Lawrence. And Lawrence, if you'll turn on your camera so that everyone can get a good look at you, let me give you a rolling start, okay? Lawrence and I met about a year ago at Berkeley when he was working on a project to fix Jakarta, I think. He's coming out with this revolutionary idea of how to apply a startup approach to solve some of the sinking city problem in Jakarta. Recently, Lawrence has been recognized by Forbes magazine as 30 under 30. So if you take a look at him, he's somewhere here under, I believe, the energy and green tech sector. And then if you look a little bit further under that, you'll find his name, oh, right there. It's one of the youngest people on that list. Lawrence is here with us today. So Lawrence, normally I would be speaking, but I'm going to yield my time to you to talk about what you're working on and how you're going to fix Jakarta. And this is the world's biggest city now, so go ahead.
It is. And thank you so much for the intro. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe it's only been a year. In that year, we've raised a big venture capital round very recently, and now with this Forbes honor, people are starting to hear about us. But we came from pretty humble beginnings, straight out of Berkeley. We were, initially an all-student startup. So what we're basically doing is we're trying to lift whole cities out of flood zones. Jakarta is my favorite example because it has such a severe problem where they're, as you guys know, considering moving the whole capital city. But we have an interesting technology where we can do land lifting at scale using underground injection. So you guys probably haven't seen many things where you would use underground injection, but there's something called grouting that this is very similar to, where you lift little pads and stuff with concrete. We're doing something very similar, but we're using really big robots to do it that we build in the factory here. And we're using wood instead of using concrete as our main injection material. So, for example, we could use all the palm waste that is generated from Indonesia. We could use things like rice husks and bamboo and all that material that we currently see as waste in Indonesia. We could use that to lift the city and fix their flood problems locally. So this is a very powerful technology that is very well suited to exactly what you guys need so desperately in Indonesia. It is also something that lots of your neighbors need as well. Cambodia is a great example, so is Singapore, and Indonesia's biomass can be used to solve those other countries' whole flood problems. So I'm the CEO of this company. We're a team of about 15 right now. We're based out of Berkeley, California, and I'm just delighted to be here with you guys today. Hopefully we can lift some of the Airbnbs up as well. I think it would be a good trial for some of our work before we do the whole city.
And that's amazing, Lawrence. I have to also add that I'm really proud of Lawrence because he dropped out of Stanford and decided to pursue his education fully at Berkeley. So that's probably a good direction here. Lawrence, I've opened up your page And by the way, your name came up the other day. I met Professor George Anwar, and he mentioned you. And I was like, is that the guy who, yeah, and it happened to be you too as well. So it was a pretty small world. Tell us a little bit about some of your products and your robots here. These look very futuristic.
Yeah, so these robots, I wish here, let me.
You have one. Okay, even better. There's a demo.
So this is the next one. You can kind of see it behind me. It's getting built. We have some right now that are deployed about 2 hours away, which is why I'm not just standing with one in the background right now, unfortunately. But
yeah,
we have one of these, up in the field, which is where we like them to be, instead of just wasted as background material, like some of the podcasts have done, where we've had to kind of pull one back briefly so that we could have it. But yeah, basically these are big injection robots. You have these tracks that move your pods around. One of the pods we call Prometheus. This does your underground injection. The other one we call Vulcan, that does your drilling. And so the tracks are really just a way to move them around and also take some of the on-site data. The real magic is how the ARC interacts with that Prometheus unit. And so you have this slurry processing and command and control station that we call the ARC, that you'd feed all of your biomass, all of your palm material in. That would send it off to the various different robots, so your Prometheus units. And the Prometheus units would then pump it underground and use that to lift the land. And
that's
so
amazing.
It could be done at the full scale that you need in Jakarta. We did the math, and strangely, you have enough biomass to fix most of Jakarta's flood problems in a single year, which is strange. You're really in a unique situation where you have both really, really severe flood problems, but also an incredible amount of waste biomass that is currently being burned. The weird part about it is that there's this market called the carbon markets, which allow you to get paid to sequester carbon, and wood and palm is about 50% carbon by mass. And so basically people will pay you to pump that underground. And in a place like Indonesia, you guys could make more money on that carbon sequestration than it would cost to actually do that lifting. So you could really lift the entire city almost for free, which is pretty crazy when you're looking at moving it all versus potentially even making money on the flood prevention. It's a very different situation than what you would look at when you would do a large seawall system, which is, I know, what your local governors have proposed. That has legs as well, and you can solve some of the problems, but it's really more of a temporary high tide situation than a permanent high tide fix. So when you're talking about seawall systems, they are efficacious in some situations, but in general, what you really want is that elevation, that permanent protection, and then we can give Indonesia that. So I'm very excited to be doing work in your country. I think you guys are potentially the very best place to trial this at a very large scale, and so we'll be there very soon. Hopefully, I'll be there in January.
We look forward to hosting you in January, Lawrence. You're definitely going to be one of the people we look forward to seeing. Vicky, look, we're doing good work here. If I understand correctly, also David, I think, is also in some of this business too as well. David, he's working on our finance team. So the idea is to collect biomass from palm waste and the palm oil productions, use it then as a slurry to then uplift Jakarta. So then carbon sequestration comes from, instead of burning the palm waste, giving Singapore headaches, then taking that, using it as fill to then lift Jakarta. So that's a win-win. That's a triple win solution, it seems like, right?
Triple win, and I think it'll be a grand slam if we can really get this going. We talked to the Consul General 2 weeks ago. He came to our factory with Professor Anwar, and he's apparently pitching Jakarta on it now, and also the Minister of Finance. And so I'm very hopeful they'll take it and run with it. I think we could have local Indonesian contractors be the ones that are really carrying this torch. And so the goal is to do something like a 5-hectare pilot project somewhere in Jakarta, and then to go from there into a city scale solution.
Wow, I look forward to that. That's very exciting, Lawrence. Thank you for joining us today. And Lawrence, you're going to meet the Prime Minister of Cambodia this week, right?
Not this week, in I think mid-January. And so I still haven't booked it. I'm going with a little group, including Fiona Ma, the state treasurer of California, and some other folks. So excited to be included on that trip, though it is not primarily about us.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. That's it, everyone. So Lawrence and I met at a startup pitch conference, and when he started speaking about his work to try to transform Jakarta, I was like, wow, that's a really big one. But since that 1 year, it's gone from an idea to something that's really real to something that now is globally recognized. So that's an amazing amount of growth in a very short amount of time. And I look forward to seeing real changes and hopefully transformation across the nation. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lawrence, for coming in. And
Thanks so much for having me.
for sure. Lawrence, feel free to stay around if you have time. If not, then we'll let you get back to changing the world. Vicky, same as well. The rest of the All Hands is for our guest, or if you guys have other obligations, that's fine too. It's mainly a breakdown of some of the Bukit Vista business metrics and some of our culture Vicky remembers. Okay. All right. Cheers. Over to you,
All
Rama.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Vicky, for coming, and thank you, Lawrence, for your time together with us. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Jing, and I will hand over the session to our moderator, Lutfi. You can take over, yeah, and also share your screen.
Okay, it was very nice seeing the innovation to positively transform Jakarta and uplift it much higher to be safer. Okay, so let's move on to the hospitality and revenue targets. I will hand this over to Kak Hafiz.
Okay, thank you, Lutfi. Please have to share the full screen of the presentation deck. Okay, good morning, everyone. So this is our new property on board, which called Villa Kelana. This villa already launched and received booking, and the guests already check in as of yesterday on Monday, 8th of December. So congratulations for the owner of Villa Kelana, which already put effort and have good kerjasama with us, with the property onboarding team. So the property can launch accordingly. And if I'm not mistaken, this property in the 8th December release trend, however, the property launched more earlier on 4th of December. So congratulations for the onboarding team, good work, and let's make this property having more 5 stars and inspire the first guest. Okay, please go to the next slide, Lutfi. Lutfi. Rama, can you help? I think it's freezing.
Okay, so let me take over the screen, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Sepertinya stuck.
Okay.
Okay, so thank you, Rama, for the quick help. So this is the semester 8 target for us. So the revenue target has been adjusted. So the current revenue target is $3,004,099 US dollar. So this adjustment due to the offboarding of some properties that we manage. And the hospitality target is still the same at 87% 5-star rating. The brand target of partner stability is remain the same at 170,000 US dollar. So let's go to the next slide. About the hospitality target achievement. For this week, accuracy fortunately increased, so by 0.1%. Why this is fortunately increased? Because there is no MSM that we have by this week for the increase this metric. So I believe this is because the current workflow and also the improvement of the new property on portable as well, because some of the properties got the overall 5-star reviews. Next, and check-in, we got no improvement or stagnant this week. So there is no MSM as well for this specific hospitality metrics. Next, cleanliness week stagnant compared to the last week. And if you click next, Rama. Yes, on the next slide, there is an MSM for this to increase this hospitality metric specifically, which strategically created by Mas Bayu and delegated to Rama. And I believe this MSM already started as well. Next. Regarding the communication, unfortunately, we got a decrease by 0.2%. And I checked on the MSM table, there is an MSM actually for the specific hospitality metrics. However, these MSM are not in current milestone. Next. Recognition, we are fortunately we're being lucky for increasing by this week, increasing this week compared to the last week by 0.5%. So this might be lucky for us as well because there is no MSM this month that's supporting these specific hospitality metrics. Next. Regarding value, we got an increase by 0.1%. So what MSM that we have this month to support the specific metrics? So there is an MSM coming from several strategies. There is Gani, Bella, and Vicky, which is delegated to Lutfi and Weda. And next, how about the overall rating progress? So the overall rating progress, we still remain the same compared to the last week. We still lagging by 0.5%. And if you go to the next slide, please, Rama. And when I check on the MSM, there is some strategy coming from the new onboarding property, from the onboarding team, sorry. So the target is to get the guest favorite batch for all the newly onboard property, which is support the overall review target. So how about this week review? So this week review starting on 1st of December. And next. This is the last 7 days reviews we received. So you guys can check all the percentage for each days. I already break it down on the table. So the 1st December until the 7th of December, and also the average of this week, which is 89.1%. So what are the property contributor of this week non 5-star review? So overall for the non 5-star review this week, they are spread across several properties and there are no recurring property. Okay, so that's all from me, and I will pass the next session to Furkon.
Okay, thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. So moving forward, we would like to deliver the partner stability target achievement and also revenue part. Moving forward into the brand part first. Regarding churn, we unfortunately had a offboarding of Villa Saluna that is counted as churn due to the operational incompetency that adds up our current churn budget progress into $148,000. The details about the MSM will be presented later in the company team and also target achievements. Moving forward into the revenue target achievements. Okay, so we are this week hitting over 1.3 million USD current progress in terms of the revenue. As Hafiz also informed that we have adjusted the revenue target into the 3,499,000. Please make sure this revenue target adjustment be aware and also be informed to all of you. And we still have around 113 days to achieve the target. So same as the churn, the details about the revenue will be informed in the company team target and achievement. Thank you very much. Back to you, Lutfi.
Okay, thank you very much for providing the hospitality targets and revenue achievement. We shall be moving on to the company theme target and achievements. I will be handing it over back to you, Kak Furkon.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Lutfi. So here are the December 2025 target, the complete list. As also we have informed there is a starting revenue target for January as well included in this report. The first one, we would like to announce the achievement from the revenue target currently at 263,000 USD, accounting around 53.95%, still off track compared to the progression. However, if we click on the MSMs, there are several supporting MSM that is one is not impacting, strategized by Mas Gani delegated to WEDA. However, there are several MSMs that is still waiting for latency, delayed on progress regarding about the Christmas and also New Year's price and expanding the A/B testing on gas favorite properties. Though one MSF is impactful, and also lead to result for this. At least there's an achievement also progress regarding the A/B testing attain ADR on gas favorite properties. And yep, moving forward into the next part, which is into the 5-star percentage or the hospitality, currently is on track. And for the achievement itself, it's currently at 89.1%, counting around 101% of the progress. Based on analysis from GPT, there are three drivers of 5-star reviews in the first week of December. The first one is exceptional Lutfi, can you please? Yes, thank you. There are top three drivers of 5-star reviews in week 1 December. The first one, can you scroll up a bit? Thank you. Exceptional hospitality and also staff experience. The second one is the cleanliness and overall comfort of the stay. And the third one is the strategic location and good facilities. It includes a pool, views, and also proximity. And these are the MSMs that supports or relates those three drivers. The one that is not impacting is the Haka bounty. We do not see the culture improvement in general for housekeeping team, be it the inspired branding or inspired investment when the bounty is announced. So that's we did that, but the result is inconclusive or weakly correlated. And there is a clear activity regarding the performance expectation for the property manager as well. However, we would like to also recognize the impacted MSMs that is strategized by you regarding the property operational management standard and basically the refinement of the property manager's culture in general that is delegated to Gray, where we can see that these days, lately, Fasha is assigned to hop over on the field, checking and also inspecting the condition of the property, especially the inspired investment, making sure that we did not see any escalation from Haka captain, and also to induce the culture of Haka captain to do escalations faster. Not only that, Rama is also helping through the design culture development for Haka management. The design the design incentive has been set and also be informed to the housekeeping that shifting from the result focus into the behavior focus. to make sure that Haka is aligned with our SOP. So that's the second one. Moving into the next one, onto the brand target. Currently is at risk, yeah, at the moment. We still have 30,000. We still have 13,000 achievement or budget after the announcement of boarding of Villa Saluna. As detailed, please click the MSM. As detailed, we this is basically a operational incompetency. There is many of miscommunications happening in the property management itself regarding the pool, regarding the maintenance, and etc. So there is one. That's why there is one failure as well regarding this to me as the delegate, because of not being able to prevent the churn and also not detecting this further. Yeah, because this is basically the operational competency. However, the improvement has been set or has been planned or initiated as same as the MSM, the impacting MSM on the O2 or the hospitality. Yes, because this is relating to the operational incompetency. Bayu has strategized to develop the operational competency by developing culture for the property management, make sure the maintenance by Gray, and also the Haka refinement as well, Haka culture refinement as well. So these are the same initiatives from the O2 that of course could also impacting and also improving or preventing the operational incompetency cost that might cause churn in the future. The result is actually already there. If you check social listings, all of them are receiving 5-star, and one of them already be included into guest favorite listings. So that's the improvement that has been seen regarding the MSM activities itself. It might account into latency as well, and not saving the Villa Saluna offboarding of the operational competency, because it has been like incurred months back. So that's the report for the brand target. And next, into the revenue target for January. We are currently still 100,000 USD, accounting around 40% of the progress. There are several MSMs that is contributing into this. The non-impacting one is the 7 iteration of the self sign up. However, there are several more iterations of the self sign up that still not accounting to the result yet, and we still anticipating the result moving forward. However, there are 2 impactful MSMs that possibly that could be attained into the progression of the achievement regarding the business plan accuracy and also the business plan data submission automation. So these are the correlation between the MSMs and also the target that and also achievement that we have at the moment, and to make sure the full visibility of everyone, what is the contributing MSM? Am I contributing into the completion of the target or not? And to make sure that we are informed on this page. Just a bit of information that for the starting revenue target January, we still do expect maximum occupancy at 35%. Then it means if there is an exceed of that level of occupancy, the bonus boost eligibility for starting revenue target January is diminished. Just an information and also emphasizement on that. Okay, so what are our opportunities for December? In December, we managed to have 39% occupancy, 6% expired dates, 3% maintenance, and also 1 owner usage so far. And thank you very much, everyone, for listening. And also thank you to Bella to help also compiling this part of All Hands. Back to Lutfi.
Okay, thank you, Kak Furkon. And as we can see that there are additions in the company theme and targets where we can see the MSMs, the relevant MSMs, and what is being done to achieve the targets. Now, let's move on to the weekly mission inspiration. And let's see the innovations our team has made. Let's start off from the partner positive transformation innovation from Kak Lutfi. Okay, it will be delivered by me. So in the RM team, we explore the key question this week. How can we detect and measure underpricing? Because knowing when underpricing occurs is challenging. Because low prices can come from many sources, like seasonality, guest ratings, or supply. A low price does not necessarily mean underpriced. Without a clear signal, it's hard to know whether a cheap booking was correct or a missed opportunity. To solve this, we implemented two new signals, ADR Potential Achievement and Drift. ADR Potential Achievement compares each booking to later bookings with shorter lead times, showing whether a higher price was actually possible, while Drift visualizes how each property's price position has shifted compared to similar properties in the group. So Drift allows us to highlight the properties that have improved or declined compared to similar properties in its group, while the ADR Potential Achievement gives us a sense on when underpricing occurs and how significant and and we can measure it. So these tools enhance our abilities to guide pricing for upcoming dates by spotting where we are too cheap last year, and we can guide next year's pricing with evidence of where we missed potential this year. Together, these signals is a step from guessing to knowing. This helps us in achieving revenue goals by making it more clear in identifying and measuring missed potential from underpricing. If we can accurately identify, then we can then set corrections. That is all from me. Thank you for the innovation. Let's see the next one.
Before that, I would like to inform everyone that we are going to extend the all hands probably maximum 10 minutes until these two demos are finished. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Lutfi.
Thank you. Okay, we have Kak Wendy. So Kak Wendy, you shall demo it.
Share my screen quickly. I'll present bigger. Okay, is it visible on your side?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, thank you. So as you can see now, we're on the booking calendar on our tools, bigger. And as you can see here, usually you only see on the header, it's only property and get range filter. But now in the middle of it, I added a new drop-down filter called staff group. So staff group will be help you to select a property that associated with the each staff group. So if you click here, you can select any groups. For example, I'll select the group one, and it will automatically select the property that associated with the group one of the hashtag group. As you can see, it will be displayed all the groups, all the property that are associated. And if you can select multiple groups. For example, here I will select group 2 and group 3. I will select. Now you have 12 properties selected, and it will be displayed here also. And I think that's all for this new feature. And also, it will also impact our EM by enhancing operational efficiency and property readiness, leading to better guest experiences and with clearer visibility and more accurate coordination across our housekeeper groups, properties, and manage more effectively. And that's all from me. Back to you, Lutfi.
Okay, thank you. So this impacts on the revenue goals by enhancing the efficiency in the operational side and property readiness by leading to better guest experiences. All right, thank you, Kak Wendy. And the next innovation will be demoed by Kak Ega. Kak Ega, I will be handing it to you. The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, Kak Lutfi. Let me share my screen.
And don't forget to explain how it impacts the revenue goals. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, my camera is off because my internet is a little bit unstable. Okay, good morning, everyone. Today I'd like to demo one of the feature we recently enhanced, specifically an adjustment both in terms of UI appearance and functionality. The feature is called BV Extension Market, and you can access it from the bottom section of the menu. Okay, first, this is the latest view of the extension card list, and here is the previous version, so you can see the comparison. Next is this is the new layout for the detail page, and this is what it looked like before the improvement, So overall, we made the interface cleaner, more structured, and consistent across page. Okay, now I'll show how to use this feature directly. I will take the property of boarding calendar, Okay, as example, this extension is especially useful when a property has a large number of units, because now the blocking process can be done all at once, so you don't need to block each unit individually. Okay, here I'm entering the property ID and also the date range. Okay, this is just for example, and I'm run app. Okay, we wait the processing. Okay, as you can see, it show an error response, but this is expected. The error says that some units are not available in batch 24, which is normal because several Achala units are indeed not registered here. However, for units that are registered, okay, blocking has already been executed successfully, for safety reason, I won't use real active property during the live demo. But if there are real blocking requirement, you can go ahead and test it directly on actual properties with multiple units. Okay, let's try another example, that returns success response. I'll use get category expense. Okay, here I simply click run app, and okay. Okay, this is how it looks when the response is successful. The data returns cleanly and is displayed in a structured way, making it easy to use internally. Okay, another important things that its extensions can be customized, based on our internal needs. If there are recurring workflows, repetitive manual steps, or cross-system processing we want to automate, we can simply add new extension in here. Okay, this is improvement support operational efficiency, especially for a workflow involving many units. This contributes directly to how fast units stay active and managed properly, which affect revenue and operational accuracy. And indirectly, this help influence our AUM, since the faster our operational execution, the better we maintain active and productive units. Okay, that concludes my short demo for BV extension market. Please feel free to explore the existing extension, and if there are new automation needs, we can develop additional ones as needed. Thank you.
Nice. The extensions can help in automating long, boring tasks and making workflows more efficient, allowing the team to spend more time on impactful activities. Okay, so since there are no core value recognitions and no announcements, I will be handing it over back to the host, Kak Rama, for the closing. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Lutfi. Before I'm closing today's All Hands, I would like to remind everyone to complete your personal updates by EOD today. Wajib ya. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining today's All Hands, and do not forget to fill in your personal updates. Thank you. Bye-bye, and have a nice day at work.
Have a nice day, everyone. Thank you.